It's 9 a.m. and from high above the Knickerbocker Hotel, it's Fat Guy Productions. Hello, everybody. It is Paul from Fat Guy Productions coming to you as always from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And yes, indeed, I'm feeling a little weird today, a little wild. It's going to be a fun live stream. I hope you're all here and having a good time. I know I am. Forget that. Sorry about that little transition there that shouldn't have been there. Anyhow, welcome. I'm so excited to be here. I've been looking forward to the live stream all month. So, because, look, here's my little notes that I do for every live stream, and it's chock full of stuff. So, it's going to be a really super fun live stream here today. So we probably shouldn't dawdle anymore. So let's go ahead and get right into things. Let's start by talking about the turd in the punch bowl, the coronavirus. All right, let's start by talking about that. And I'm going to start by telling you how I taught my kids to drive. So when I taught my kids to drive, I told them, I said, you have to drive with a cone of safety. In other words, it's not enough for you to be a good driver. You need to establish this zone around you where you're a good driver for everybody. You have to know who's in your cone of safety, what they're doing, what they might do, and you have to be prepared for anything anybody in your cone is going to do. It's not enough that you're a great driver. And as far as coronavirus goes, I would not dream to tell you how you should or should not feel about it. But I will say, have a cone of safety, all right? Take this zone around you and protect yourself. You guys are all my friends, and I would hate to lose any of you. And so I want you to be safe out there. Look out for yourself. Nobody else is going to do it. There are people going to coronavirus parties, okay? You can't account for that kind of stupidity, but you can have a cone of safety. Know what's going on in your cone. Protect yourself. Take care of yourself. All right. That's enough of the Debbie Downer stuff. Let's get on with the rest of the show and the fun stuff. Let's start by talking about this. Ta-da. Createx colors. Createx has been kind enough to take me on board and sent me this big, massive, giant care package of all of their Candy 2.0 paints and some of their bases and their thinners and their clears. And if you guys have been paying attention, you know I've been using Createx products for a long time. Way back when I did the Christie Fire Engine, I painted it with Createx Wicked Colors. So it's not like it's all of a sudden they're getting on board with me and I'm going to be touting them. I've been touting them for a while, so I've made them no promises other than to continue to use their products and try different things. And I can't wait to bring you a bunch of the different colors. They sent me the entire color range, and so that's going to make it a lot easier for me to do projects where you can see a lot of the different Createx Candy 2.0 colors. But if I get a color that sucks or a product that I hate, I'm going to let you know about it. So nothing is going to change there. I just want to, truth in advertising, you'll see in my new paint booth, which I'll talk about in a second, you'll see Createx branding in there. But that's just my way of saying thank you for them being so generous with me and my channel. As to my paint booth, did you guys hear? It died. So everything had been fine. I turned it off. I went about my business. I come back. I had a lot of painting to do. And I'll be damned if I go to flip it on, it won't come on. So I crawl under the desk, I follow the cord around, I check it because I have everything up in some cable management, and there's so much going on underneath here that, you know, when I put my printer away and stuff, I was worried that maybe I bumped it loose or something, so I checked all that. It just will not come on. I pulled it out and looked to see if there was a fuse. No. So I'm going to package it up and put it away. Maybe someday I will tear it down and see if I can get it running again. But I did order a new one, and it won't be here till Wednesday, so I'm really sad about that. But it is going to be festooned with Createx logos. Okay, so that was that. Holy cow. How did I put this off so far? 10,000 subscribers. Oh, hell. I cannot believe it. 10,000 subscribers. I can't say thank you guys enough for that, because I do this channel for you, but you give me so much more back by being subscribers and chatting with me and visiting with me. So 10,000 subscribers was a big deal to me. I don't know if you could tell, if you weren't with me live when we hit the 10,000, go back and watch that little video. I think you should be able to see exactly just how I was feeling at that point, because let me tell you something. I was feeling really, really special. So thank you to everybody. What the hell? My pen just like blew up. I don't know. We're gonna have a whole special edition of Fat Guy Production on pen repair. Oh, all right, whatever. Okay, so 10,000 subscriptions. It was a big deal to me, and I can't thank you guys enough for it. But in an attempt to really say thank you, I'm doing a 10,000 subscriber giveaway. You may know about it. If you don't, I have an entire video on the giveaway. To enter to win, you just need to go to that video and post a comment. I'm going to draw randomly 5 people from the comments for some pretty cool prize packages, up to and including a coin ring that I will make for you to your size, and either with your choice of a polished finish or a patina finish. So what I would say to you is get over there, click my video link, go in there, find that video, and make a comment. Okay, let's say it was 1 in 10,000, which it isn't, because it's only people who comment. There's not that many comments there. Your chances of winning are really, really good, but they're 0 if you don't go over there and make a comment. So make a comment. You have just 2 more days. You have until 3:45 this Tuesday, 2 days. Okay? That's when the cutoff happens. And if you're not in, you're not in, and you have no chance of winning. And all it takes is a simple little comment. All right, let's see here. Now I want to talk about this right here, the live stream. I want to talk about this. I do the live stream once a month. I keep the time down to make it manageable, and I try to bring you some cool features and things like show and tell and the tip of the month. I try to make this a fun live stream rather than just a talking head. So I do this because I think it's got a real value for my channel and for you as viewers. But I'm really struggling with the live viewership, and that's where the fun is. It's in the live part. Anybody can come back and watch it recorded later, and I get decent numbers out of that. But in the live viewership, there's nowhere near the audience that I'd like to garner. Now, I picked Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for a reason. Monday through Friday, people are working. Saturday, everybody is releasing videos on Saturday, so I didn't want to get in any of their way, so I wanted to leave that out. So that left Sunday. Now, I know some people are going to Mass, other people are sleeping in late, but I have to remember the East Coast and the West Coast. Now, I'm not forgetting my European friends, but I can't work around the entire globe and their time zones. So that's not going to work. So I had to focus on the East Coast and the West Coast. 9 a.m. Pacific is noon in the East. So I'm starting my live stream, depending on where you live, between 9 and noon in the U.S. If that's not working, and because that's the only thing I can think of to bolster the live numbers, I could move the live stream to, say, 1 and 4. Or I could even go to, say, 6 and 9. So I really need to hear from you guys. What's going to work? And don't just tell me what's going to work for you personally. Think about this. Put your little lumpy thing in there, to some good use, and do some figuring, and think about it. And think about what your opinion it would be as to what would be the best time for the live stream to generate the most live audience, because that's where the fun is. It's with you guys. I'm watching the stream of text go by. You guys are talking with each other. Later when I have a chance, hi John and Jeremy, and Jeremy, yeah, good to see you here. Shockwave and Gordon. So it's all about this, and you can't have this when it's not live. Otherwise, I could just record this and post it as a video, and that's just not as fun. So I'm asking you guys to help keep the live stream going by telling me what you want and how I can make it better. As you see, I've worked on the production value of the live stream, and I've worked on camera angles and all these other things to try to improve the live stream for you guys. So the only thing left for me to think about is the time, and let me know. And yeah, hey, Europeans, okay, don't be afraid to give me your opinions too. If I can work something out that can cover part of Europe, okay, because I know we have some overlap, then I'd love to do that. So just let me know what works for you, and we'll see if we can't do that, because I really think this has a positive place in my channel, but I need to know what works best for you guys. Okay, I have been rattling on like a crazy person, so why don't we go ahead and dive right into a review of some of the things that we have done. All right, here we have one of my race cars from the Hot Wheels Grand Prix series, and I'm really loving doing these little race cars. I have some already ready for you guys, and they'll be coming out soon. And this is the Shelby Turbine, a fun car. It's a car I remember from my youth with great fondness, and I had a great time redoing this car. I think it came out great, and yeah, I plan to run through the entire Grand Prix series, and this is just going to be one of those cars. Then the Mongoose. Oh man, this was fun. This was a build for a friend, and I had a lot of fun with this thing. Somebody had posted it had good bones, and they couldn't have been more right. It did. It really had good bones, but it was still a little bit of a challenge to do, and I had a lot of fun with it, and I hope you enjoyed this car, and I'll talk more about the Snake and the Mongoose when we're done taking a look at these. Okay, of course, then I told you about the 2019 16-inch MacBook Pro, with a pretty interesting story of how I ended up with that. Thank you, Apple, for doing the right thing and for making this computer, because it is bad ass. I cannot begin to tell you how cool this thing is. So yeah, I brought you that, and if you're interested in computers or Macs or anything like that, I would definitely check this video out. Then the 3 blind mice build. Man, I gotta tell you, the 3 blind mice builds are becoming massively popular. I really can't thank you all enough for watching, and for all the guys who are joining in the invitational part of it. It is really pushing everybody to excel and to try new things. and I think it's really making for a interesting viewing for everybody involved. This was my GTO that I converted into a funny car. And man, I had so much fun doing this. I went in not knowing if I could pull it off, but overall, I think it came out pretty cool. I hope you agree. And it's just been a lot of fun. And although it doesn't really belong in the review of projects in the past, I will mention that this month's invitational is the Ford Ranchero, and I hope, I hope everybody is getting in on this, or at least planning to watch. It should be a lot of fun. If you are a builder and you're planning on doing a video and being a part of this, let either myself or Lee or George know so that we can include you in all the promotions and links and stuff, and make sure that your video gets seen, because that was part of Lee's vision when he came up with this idea, was to help promote the younger channels. And so please let us know who you are so that we can do that for you. This project, oh my gosh, I had so much fun with the heavyweight fire truck. Now, I'll tell you, I never imagined I would do this because I thought it was so ugly. And then I had one, and I started looking at it, and I thought, what could I do to make it not be ugly? And maybe you don't like it, maybe you think it is ugly, but this was my best interpretation of trying to make it look really, really cool. And the fun part about this is this was months in the making. I started this way before I got sick, and I got held up by a lot of different things. The trailer, it was all whole at one point, and at one point I went out to go do some more work on it, and there was a chunk missing out of it. I don't know what the hell happened. So I love it too, Ken. I really do. I think it came out great, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a fireman. I really love it, right, Jeremy? It really was a fun project. So yeah, this was a fun project. And then after I got the new trailer and got that going, then there was a whole issue with the decals. I didn't like what I had originally planned on, so I needed to make more. I had trouble getting those ordered, and so I ended up ordering a printer to make my own decals, and then I had to learn how to work that, and so this was probably the longest project I've ever done. But man, in the end, I think it came out amazing. I hope you guys really liked it. All right, then my new series of Turning Type 2 about diabetes. I know it doesn't apply to all of you, but in the last video, I did a video on trying to eat as a type 2 diabetic, because honestly, that was one of the biggest issues I had. I came home and was scratching my head going, well, what the hell can I eat? And so it was fun to do that. And of course, I have other Turning Type 2 videos in the works, and you'll be seeing those soon. So if you're not a type 2 diabetic, but you do know somebody, please refer them to this, because I'm trying to simplify things and make it a little less scary and easier to handle. So please refer anybody you know that might benefit from this. And thank you, Randy, for the comment. This is the coolest fire truck I've ever seen. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate that. All right. So that is some of the stuff that we've done over the last month or so. I think we had a lot of fun. The viewership was really great. The subscribership was up. All my stats were up. And so I have to say that I assume that you like the products that I've been putting on. All right, so let's see here. Now that's going to be coming up. So, okay, I did all those. All right. So anyhow, gosh, I can't. Let me show you something. Okay, I want to show you something. So when I redid the room here, I permanently mounted the cameras. Instead of having to fight with them, they're permanently mounted. And let's see if I can point to it here with my finger, right? See this thing right there? Okay, that's a hub. And everything I have comes in and out of that hub and the computer. So all I have to do to film is plug one cord into my computer and I'm in business. And it makes it a lot easier for me to do my videos and stuff. But as you've seen, I'm still getting to know where the cameras are and having trouble. Sometimes I'm drifting out of the shots and stuff. I apologize, I'm working on it. But one of the things that I had done was I had put in this camera. And this is over here on the side, right there. And I was using that to get some of my assembly shots. Well, all of my assembly shots. And somebody said they didn't like it. Well, I know not everybody's going to like every part of it. I did like it, but I also didn't want to shove something down your throats that you guys didn't like. So I've added in this camera now. And you can see that's right above me. It's a little off right now. It should be more like right here. So this is right kind of where I'll be. So now I have that camera, and of course my main camera. So I just wanted to show you that. I've got a brand new key light over there to help with the lighting. I have my fantastic BenQ light off because I found that when I'm doing these kinds of videos, it's best to be off. Otherwise, it kind of washes everything out. Hopefully, you'll be noticing these changes in the videos, and you'll see some new stuff. And I'd appreciate any commentary on the video portion of what we're doing as we go forward. Oh, John, you're getting ahead of me. John Sellers, what's that zipper car you have to the side? We're going to talk about that in a second, John. Don't get ahead of me. Calm down. Damn you. You're spoiling the surprise. All right. Good. Thank you, Shockwave. I appreciate that. Okay, so anyhow, listen, before I answer John's question, let's go ahead and go to the tip of the month. That was supposed to sound echoey. I think it was an epic fail, but hey, what the hell. Hello and welcome to this tip of the month. Today, I'm going to show you something you've seen on my channel probably a lot, unless you haven't been paying attention. But I'm going to show you more in detail about this, tell you where to get it, and show you some of the ways I use it. And what I have here are these little containers, all right? We got these little guys, and we got slightly bigger ones, all right? So let me take you through and show you how I use these. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start by taking a look at these ones. These are the larger boxes that I use. And you can see this is from a company called Bead Landing. And I got these at Michael's. You probably can find something, either, if not these exact ones, something very like them at Hobby Lobby or wherever you have. And they're mainly designed to hold like beads and things for jewelry making. So you'll find them over in the beads and jewelry section. But let me go ahead and open this up and show you what they are here. All right. So here we have these little jars. And they just have a little screw-on lid. They're just nice and clear. And I use these several ways. So the first way I was actually using these for my coin ring making people. This is what I deliver my coin rings in. So I buy these, and online I buy a small bag of shredded money. You know, the treasury, when they shred the money, they resell the shreds. And so I take a little wad of that, and I put it inside here to make a little bed. Then I put the ring in it, and then I screw the lid on, and this is how I ship my rings out. It would also be very, very easy to put a little company sticker on here, something to tout your business if you wanted to. I personally don't, but so that's how I use it in my coin ring making. But I also use these in my die cast restoration. And so let me just put this to the side and show you this. And I know you've seen this. This is my little drawer of screws and washers for die cast restorations. And so here are my 256 long screws, and then I've got my 256 shorties and 172s. I've got some black screws. I've got the washers, and back in here I've got just some replacement rivet heads. Really don't use these anymore. They're just taking up space. But you see how nice and organized this keeps my the screws that I use. They're really perfect for this, and I'm super happy. And as you can see, if you decide that you eventually want to get some Hobby Zone stuff, they fit really nicely into the little drawer here. So it's really a great way to keep your screws together. Now, let me show you the other ones I got here. And again, these are made by Bead Landing as well, and they're also made for holding beads. But these are a lot smaller, and I'll show you what I did with these. I'm really, really happy with these. Okay, so let's just open this up. These are very, very affordable, not expensive at all. Okay, so there's all my little containers, and they're the same thing. They've got the little screw-on lid and stuff, but these are really small. And let me show you what I did with these, because you guys are going to love this. This is for my die casters right here, okay? Here we go. Now, you might remember a while back, I did a project, and when I needed wheels, I had a drawer like this, chock full of wheels, and I just had to kind of dump them out onto the table and search through them. Well, not anymore. Look at that. There's 4 matching wheels, okay? I can see what's in there. Here's another little set, okay? Now, depending on the size of the wheel, here's some truck ones, okay? Let me show you some truck ones, okay? The truck ones, you can get 4 of them in here, okay? But some of these things, let's see if I have one handy. Yeah, this one, okay? See, I've got a bunch in here because I've got several of all the same here. I think I've got 8 in here, so depending on the size will depend on how many you can put in here. But look at that. Isn't that fantastic? And so now I can just easily kind of root through my wheels. Look at that, some nice nice wheels there. Oh, here's some police wheels. Oh, look at this. Here's some drag slicks right there. Okay. And, you know, you can easily kind of root through here. Look at, those are beautiful wheels. I wish I had more of those. I don't know where I got them, but I definitely need more of them. So these are fantastic. And also, yes, these smaller ones would work for the screws and the washers if you wanted to go that way. But, you know, I really didn't need to, and I thought this worked out perfect. So that's how I do my extra wheels, is with these little jars. They're super affordable. They're readily available. And look at that. Look at, it's like Hobby Zone new. Look at that. It's perfect. 3 across, 5 deep, and what is it? 2 high. And look at that. It's just like it was made to be together. And you know what? Even if you don't want to put wheels in here, if you have these Hobby Zone drawers, look how nice you can fill that drawer up with these little containers and put whatever it is that you want in there, X-Acto blades or just any little parts, screws or washers or, you know, anything. So really, really great little thing, and I'm super happy about them. But anyhow, there they are. I love them for rings, for parts, for pieces, whatever. And while I don't ever really keep and use these cases that they come in, look at that. You could. this could just be full of wheels, just like it is, and then you just stick it on your shelf, and look at that. You could see them all at the same time. You could just look and go, oh, there it is, and then you just open it up and grab the ones that you want, and you're in business. So yeah, these things are really fantastic. A million different uses, and I think they really could serve you well, no matter really what craft you're into. So yeah, these are fantastic, and I really hope you like them. Grab some up at Michael's. You'll thank me for this. And now, listen, before I go from the tip of the month, I want to tell you something about last time's tip of the month. I was showing you how I package my die-cast cars, right? And I showed you the clear little boxes in the stands. Well, after I released that, I actually was going to order another set of stands, and the people who are making these stands, they merged with another company, and they're not showing these stands on their website anymore. So I've been trying to get a hold of them. I've emailed them a couple times and haven't gotten any reply. But I'm trying to find out if they're just out of stock or if they're going to stop making them. So I apologize for the bum steer there. But be that as it may, stand or not a stand, those little clear boxes work fantastic for displaying your cars. And if I find out more about the bases, I'll be sure to let you guys know about it. Anyhow, this is the tip of the month. We'll see you next time. Okay, so Lee, I am reading the comments. I just can't read them all the time because I have to do the show. But Lee, the dump and sift method. You see, that tip of the month was for Lee right there, okay? So he doesn't have to do the dump and sift anymore because that's what I was doing. Coyote, stand by because yes, there is going to be a lot of information about some of the upcoming projects in just a moment. Ken, my good buddy Ken, he asked about the shirts. I make them. I did a video on doing one. If you guys want to see more on making your own shirts, I can help you out with that. So just let me know if you want to see more of that. So I'm always into those kind of things. So yeah, anyhow. See, Lee? So I can't say it the way I want to say it because I'm trying to be at least PG. And so just shush it, Lee. I do read the comments. Just I told you I was feeling weird today, guys. All right, so anyhow, that was the tip of the month. I love those little jars. They're a favorite, and unlike the bases, that was a real bum steer. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and what do I want to do now? Let's see here. So I tried while we were in the tip of the month. I tried to find a pen, and I couldn't. So I ended up having to use the guts of the pen that just merved on me. And it's sad. This is a nice cross pen, and this is a Fisher Space pen insert. And I don't know what the hell happened. So I can't write in space anymore, which is really a sad thing. Okay, anyhow, oh, hey, I know what I wanted to tell you guys. I don't know if you can hear it. You probably can't because I have a sound gate on the microphone to kind of filter out some of the background noise. Although I already know what day my live stream is on because it's always the same day, I kind of forgot this week. And a couple days ago, my wife and I made a plan we were going to take today and go down and clean the garage. And then last night I go, we're going to have to move cleaning the garage. I can't clean the garage. I have the live stream in the morning. And she says, oh, I can go clean the garage. So my wife, God, what an amazing woman. She's downstairs cleaning the garage right now. So I'm going to have to buy her something really cool, I think. Anyhow, let's see here. So anyhow, my wife is awesome. That was the next thing. Now, okay, everybody wanted to talk about this, and what was it? John was getting ahead of me and doing a sneak peek when he shouldn't have been. He's looking behind the curtain. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of this stuff I have coming up on the channel, and this is a lot of stuff. So hang on to your hats because we got a lot of stuff happening. All right. First of all, as I told you, I want to do more paracording, but also I do some bead work because I think that they look nice with either as a solo thing if you're going out, or they look nice with some paracord bracelets and stuff. And I try to go really upscale, and I try to go very masculine with the stuff that I do, and this is just an example of one of the things that I've made, and so I'm thinking of adding those into um, my channel along with the paracording. I'm thinking of adding some of this in. Let me know what you think. I think it could be fun. It's a simple, easy project, and who knows, if you're one of my ring makers, this could be a really nice little augmentation to your rings, especially if you go to shows and whatnot. You could take paracord bracelets and beaded things and stuff, as well as your coin rings, and you could really put on a hell of a show and probably do pretty well. This was really super affordable to make, and yet I would imagine that you could toss a pretty decent little price tag on this thing and do all right there. Okay, so anyhow, let's see here. Oh, here is one of the paracord bracelets. This one I love. This is oh my gosh, I just love this one. And this is the kind of stuff I do. I don't just do plain old paracord bracelets. I try to do high-end stuff. That bead is probably like a $25 bead, and I do different kinds of ties, and I do a lot of different things. So when I talk about adding paracording to the channel, this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. All right, I'm looking at doing some more stuff with foreign coins. This is a 5 peso coin that I turned into a ring and a necklace, and I think it came out really, really cool. We're going to be doing one of these coming up, as well as I got a request to do some more work with quarters, and I then got a message from a gentleman named Pastor Dave. We're going to talk more about him in a minute. And him and his friend are going to send me some tools that I can use in that project. So it's delayed just a little bit while I wait for that. But I'm going to be trying out these new tools. And I'm going to be doing some work with some quarters and some foreign coins like this set here. The Jupiter 2 build, it was flying right along until the air booth died. Once that happened, the brakes are on, because I was ready to start painting the outside of the hull, and now I'm stuck in limbo and can't really move forward until I get my new air booth, which is supposed to be here like on Wednesday. But yeah, I love this project, with the lighting and all the detail work and stuff like that. So much fun. It's really going to be a fun build. But we're deep into it and working on it as fast as we can to bring you the video. Now, as I've mentioned, I'm having a blast doing the Grand Prix series in these race cars. And so keep an eye out, because I'm going to run through the entire Grand Prix series. And in fact, that's one of the things I'm working on right now. Is I'm trying to work on additional methods of casting and being able to make new parts for some of these cars. So you're going to see a lot more casting using smooth-on products, where I'm going to be making silicone molds and pouring resin to make different parts, be it motors or windshields or what have you. So you're going to see a lot more of that as I learn and grow in the casting area. And it's going to really pay off dividends when I'm doing these Grand Prix Series Hot Wheels. So keep your eye out on that. It's a lot of that is coming. This is so funny. These are some string lights by Govee. They're designed to be used outdoors. And I have tried to film this numerous times, but every time I go outside, the neighbor's dog jumps up on top of this tree stump in their backyard and starts barking at me. And for some reason, apparently people are not social distancing, because it sounds like the Indy 500 behind my house with cars going by. So I've had failure after failure of trying to put together a video and review on these lights. So what I'm doing is I'm going to just take the footage I got from outside. I'm going to cut out all the audio, and I'm going to do all the discussion inside and then put it all together. So there's going to be a video on these lights coming out soon. I hope you like that. And that'll be for all my home automation friends. Here's a good one. This can be for anybody. This is my Eastwood sandblasting cabinet. And I finally have it together. And when I'm done with the live stream, I'm going to go set it up on my workbench in the garage. And we'll get to going on it. But the first video that will come out on this is going to be the video on putting this thing together. And so I can't wait to bring you that. I'm not an advocate of sandblasting the die-cast cars unless you plan on sanding them smooth afterwards. But I've got a Tonka over here I want to work on, and I've got some other things I want to restore that are coming in and that I'm going to need a sandblast cabinet for. So this hopefully will soon be getting some good use, and you'll soon be learning my thoughts on this booth. Oh, airbrushes. Airbrushes are such a big subject that I am starting the Airbrush Academy, where you can go and earn your degree in airbrushing. I'm going to be breaking airbrushes down into, every little bit of it. I'm going to talk about the types of airbrushes. I'm going to talk about compressors. I'm going to talk about how to use them. And I'm not just going to do that. I'm also going to give you my personal buying opinions. Just remember when you're watching these that they are just my opinions, and you're welcome to do whatever you want with the purchases that you make. I'm just really mainly intent on giving you the information so that you can make informed purchases. But everybody's tastes are different, and with that information, hopefully you can go out and find something that you really love and learn a bit. So Airbrush Academy will be beginning in the next week or so. So look for that. I hope I can give you a lot of good information on airbrushes and airbrushing. All right. So that is just some of the stuff that's coming up, but there is more. Now, if you remember, where is it? Okay, let's see here. When I showed you the mongoose, I said there would be more coming up on that, and here it is. Okay, here is another mongoose. You can see somebody painted it with a marker. They even did the base. That should be a lot of fun to clean up. So here is another mongoose. And here is his friend, the snake. And so what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on doing a twofer with these. I'm going to restore them both in one video and bring you the snake and the mongoose at the same time. So look for these cars to be making another appearance on the channel. I can't wait to do it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you love it. All right, let's put those away. Now, oh, here, I just want to show you this. This doesn't really belong here. This makes me sad. Okay. I bought this car. I couldn't tell what it looked like at first, and I thought I could use it to restore it. And then I got it, and I said, oh, this is actually in pretty good shape. And then I looked. Can you see it? This is restored. Somebody had restored this. And I went back and looked at the ad on eBay, and it said restored. So it was all my own fault. But it makes me sad because, you know, that was just a waste of my time and money. All right. Now, no, I won't show those yet. Oh, here, this is some good stuff. Okay, here we go. Batman. This is the Hot Wheels Batmobile. And holy crap, they did a good job on this thing. It is beautiful, right? So this is actually the second one I have. I have one that I won't open, but I bought this one specifically to open because, so what had happened, somebody said, how about a Batmobile? And so I'll get to the Batmobile in a second, but I thought, how about a Batcave? So I am actually going to build a Batcave for this car. I have started 3D modeling all the different kinds of computers and a bunch of the equipment that's going to end up in the Batcave. And it is my plan to build a Batcave and put this car in it. So that is what this is about. And then, like I said, what started the idea for this was somebody had made a comment on one of my videos about a Batmobile. And so my idea was that, but then I decided on something completely different, and that is this Corgi Batmobile. Now, I think anybody who's ever had one of these will say the Corgi Batmobile was the best toy Batmobile ever built. And I am one of those people who would say that. And so I found this one. It is not so bad that it's unrestorable, but it's not good, certainly. It's got a broken windshield. It has working rocket launchers. The flame does not work. The blade will come out, but it doesn't spring out and whatnot. So that's wrong. The antenna's bent. It's missing the characters. So I have a ton of parts coming for this. And I'm going to be restoring this Batmobile. And while I'm talking about this, let me ask you guys, I thought about putting the pinstriping on here. I don't know how I would do it. Maybe with decals. I don't know. What's your opinion? Should I try it? Should I attempt it? Or should I just kind of put it back to looking like this? I really don't know. So I'd love to hear your opinions as to what to do with the Batmobile. But to whoever it was that suggested Batman stuff, you're getting your wish. All right. So that's the Batmobile. I have the Comer's ice cream truck from Matchbox coming. I have the Jaguar D-Type race car from Matchbox coming up. I got some more Grand Prix racers in store. And of course, I have the Ranchero build happening. I'm a little dead in the water until I get my airbrush here, though. So we've got all that coming up for you guys. So there is a lot of stuff coming up. And now what I want to do is I want to get to the show and tell part of the show. And we'll talk about some of that, and then I'll show you what else is sitting right here that somebody had cheated and peeked at already. Okay, so show and tell. Okay, here are some beautiful, beautiful coin rings by Pastor Dave. First of all, I am a huge fan of rings that have writing on the edge like this one does. I think that is a fantastic look. I just love this ring. And then for Easter, Pastor Dave sent me a picture of his thorny crown ring. I love the red and the gold, and it's just a really beautiful, well done ring. Very good work, Pastor Dave. And then over here is another look at that other ring in a different view. Look how beautiful that is. It really came out super nice. Kudos to Pastor Dave and the work that he did. Then we have Jeremy Chipchase sent me some wonderful pictures of some of his cars that he's done, and look at how fun these are. The I love the color. I love everything about these. But I will tell you, here's the Jeep, how it started, and I got to be honest, as much as I love what he did with it, there's no way in hell I would have laid a finger on this Jeep other than to stuff it in a diorama, because look at that. Tell me that doesn't look like it was just a real workhorse being used. Man, I love the look of that Jeep. I would have stuck a tire on the back, and I would have left it exactly like it is. But that being said, he did an amazing job on this. Jeremy, kudos, man. That thing is beautiful, and I love the blue. Great work. Look at that. Isn't that nice? He did a great job. I still would have left it the way it was, but that's just the way I like stuff. I like that kind of thing. All right. Now, here's a fun thing. This is from a friend in Germany, Lothar Renz. He was, when you saw in my funny car build, my Three Blind Mice funny car build, I knocked over my panel line fluid from Tamiya all over the desk. And so he relayed a story to me in one of his comments, how he used to have problems like that, and his dad had made him this stand for putting all his paints in. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that yet, but he made this stand for him, and I asked him, please, I love this story. Would you please send me a picture of it? And so it's been modified and stuff like that, but you can see this thing has gotten a lot of use and love, and man, what a great thing to have. I can't imagine how fantastic that would be. I'd love to have that sitting on my desk. All right, now this is a very special little story. You guys won't believe this. A young viewer named Landon Collins made this ring on his 13th birthday. Can you believe that? On his 13th birthday, he's making rings like that and like this. Oh my God. Can you believe that? He's 13 and he's making these rings. Look at that. That is amazing. I wasn't good at anything at 13. I was just an idiot. And for him to be doing this at 13 years of age, that is pretty impressive, if you ask me. I got to be honest with you. I'm blown away by what he has done. And if he keeps at it, he's got a whole future of making coin rings ahead of him. 13 years old. It blows me away. And just, Landon, really, keep at it, man, because great work. I'm very, very impressed. So anyhow, let's see here. Oh, okay, no. All right. Now, the next thing on Show and Tell is something of mine, and something that you've already gotten a peek of, and that is my SSPs. Okay, who remembers these? You guys remember these SSPs? All right, here, let me switch cameras here. You guys remember these things? Oh, man, I remember these so well. This was the big thing when I was in 5th grade, and the playground had this big paved area with this slope in it, and we would go out, we would race these things, and if you didn't have one of these, you just sucked. So we would go out, we would race these things, and just have so much fun. And I'm going to ask you something about this here in a minute, okay? But let's go ahead and take these things outside and go race them. Okay, so it's a beautiful day out here in Las Vegas. I'm outside, I've got my SSP, and we're ready to play, man. So that's one of my SSPs. Love these things. Let's go back inside. Okay, so These things, man, I can't tell you how much fun I had with these when I was a kid. These things were just a blast, and man, a lot of fun. Okay, so now I told you I wanted to ask you about this particular car, so let me show it to you again here. Okay, I want you to see its condition. You know, it's got a little wear and tear up here. The chrome finish is actually pretty good here. I bought this one thinking I would do a restoration on it. Then I got it, and I wasn't so sure anymore because it's in pretty good shape. Front wheels there, this, that. The paint's not terrible, the finish on it. But it does look a little bit like Spectraflame. This could certainly use some help from some Molotov. I think I could make it beautiful, but at the same time, I don't know if it's bad enough to do that. So post your opinions on that. Should I restore this one or not? Or should I go out and seek out a less nice one to restore and maybe leave this one alone? Let me know. But SSPs, I get a lot of comments because I usually have this one sitting over here right on my desk behind me. It's normally sitting right there, and so I get a lot of comments about this guy, you know, asking about it, and so I thought I'd show that for show and tell today. But hey, let me know what you think about restoring the one car. All right, so let's see here. That is about all I have for you today, except our friendly, normal question and answer period. So this is where I start to pay really good attention to the comments. So if you have any questions or comments, now is the time to post them, and we'll do that for a little while before we sign off. So post away, and let's talk. Let's visit for a little bit. All right, Wade says to restore it. Okay, good deal. You know what, Lee? We should have. And I got to tell you, they don't run as good as you remember when you were a kid, because, you know, the distance they go now, you know, you got to put it into your body scale in it. They don't go as far. Plus, my street is got too much texture. They would be a lot more fun on a nice big flat concrete surface. Yeah, we should have raced them, Lee. I really do think so. Can seek out a less nice one. It is, you know, I know I'm torn, so you guys aren't helping here. K7, hey K7, again, thank you, K7. I did that unboxing of all the cars K7 sent me, and I can't tell you, the man sent me another box just like it. I'm blown away by the generosity and friendship of all of you guys. So K7, thank you so much again for that other box. It had a lot of fun stuff in there. I just, sometimes I'm going to be left scratching my head wondering what the hell to do there. So anyhow, what were you saying, K7, before I got distracted by? Hey James, how you doing? How's things in Nashville? You staying safe there? I hope so. I love Jeremy. I love the show and tell part. I really do. It's one of the funnest parts. And listen, please, if you have something you want to share with my audience, please send it to me. You know, we're all interested in this stuff. You know, be it a toy or a Matchbox or whatever it is. Send me some pictures and the story or a video or whatever, and I'd love to share it on the live stream. So please send me that stuff. Coyote, thank you. I'm feeling good too. It sure helps to lose 60 pounds. You know, I've got my sugar straight, and everything's going in the right direction. Wow, that's a great idea, Baron. Hey, Paul Y, do an old Matchbox and make it into a red line. I love that idea. I'm going to absolutely do that. I just got to go out and find the right candidate for it. You know, I know a lot of times I have the different shirts, and some people would like to buy them and stuff, but I don't want you guys to feel like this is about a money-making enterprise here. This is about something that I enjoy doing, and it's something I feel I should do to give back the knowledge that other people have given me. So I'll consider if I ever want to do that, but it's not something I'm really planning on. Bob Willis has a heck of a lot of corgi parts. I'll look into that. Yeah, because I can't wait to do that car. Because I'm. You guys know I'm a Batman addict, right? Okay. One of my greatest moments in my life was the opportunity for me to sit in the Batmobile, and so I love the Batman stuff. So I cannot wait to get those projects really rolling. I see a lot of comments about Novas. Okay. Yeah, Nova could be fun. Uh, Makeup. What do you mean, Jeremy? Uh oh. The one I missed. Is that what you guys are talking about? Is that's the car I missed when I was sick, right? That is a fantastic idea. Okay. GT40, right, Time Rider? I've been wanting to do another one. Uh I've watched Ford versus Ferrari and the Snake and Mongoose movies, and they really just got me pumped up. I got to tell you. So yeah, doing another GT40 would be a lot of fun for me. Um, okay, Norman, what advice and materials should a beginner have to start customizing? Norman, keep it simple. Okay, get a car that doesn't have high value. Okay, something that will be fun. Okay, you want to get a fun car, not just some throwaway, but also don't put too much investment on it in case you screw it up. It's no big deal. You're gonna have to have some way to take it apart and put it back together. You've probably got a drill, so you're gonna need a couple of the right drill bits, and you can get some starter screw packages from Bright Vision on eBay, and I believe they go by. Somebody post, if you remember, Bright Vision's eBay handle, their store, but they have the little starter kits. They've got the tune-up wrench and a Phillips head screwdriver, and they've got some of the screws and stuff. So you'll need some of that, and just like one kind of a simple paint. If you don't have an airbrush, you don't have to have an airbrush. You can start with a rattle can, okay? But just get a car apart, get it cleaned up, get it painted, put some new wheels on it, and put it back together. Start there, keep it affordable, keep it simple, and then you can blossom from there. And as a matter of fact, I think that's going to have me make a video on getting started in this hobby. So I might jump on that right away this week and put together some of the things that I think you would need. So pay attention for that. Okay, so I now I understand the Nova thing. So I will get that car out, and I will make up for what I missed. It's like being in detention, having you skip too many days of school and graduation's coming up, and now they're telling you if you don't make this up, you're not going to graduate. So I guess I'm gonna. Hey, Lothar, thank you so much for sending me the pics of that fantastic paint stand. You just don't even understand how much I love that. Here, let me see if I can. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, look right here. See where I'm pointing, that blue thing? That is a box I made for my mother when I was just super young, 4th or 5th grade. It's an old cigar box. And all I did was paint it blue, and I gave it to her for Mother's Day. And so I have that, and I keep my most valuable small little treasures in there. And my captain's bars from when I retired are in there, stuff like that. So that kind of stuff is really super important to me. So your paint stand was a big deal to me, and I loved the story, and I was super excited to be able to share it with everybody. Let's see here. Tyson, if you're interested in a coin ring, you can email me directly at captainpaul@cox.net, or if that doesn't work for you, you can go to my Etsy shop, which is PaulY7218, and I have some rings advertised there. But feel free to just email me if you want to. Oh, Wild Pinto, wow, that was I need to do it. You're right. I'm behind. I need to do it. So that's fair. Yes, something you can screw up on, Time Rider, for the advice for beginning. And don't be so serious about it. When you're starting off in this hobby, don't be so serious about it. Have fun. It's supposed to be a hobby. It's supposed to be fun. So go in there and have fun. Just cut your teeth and move on from there. 3D and yeah, Coyote. Yes, look. I'll show you. It's right here. This is how close it is. It's right in here. This look familiar? Okay. So yes, it's right here. But I haven't printed 3D in a while. So my plan was to print that along with the Batman parts when I'm finished modeling those. So that's the plan on that. So yes, it is still a go. But hell, my FDM 3D printers are still not even connected back up from moving everything. So it is still a go. You're welcome, Norman. I hope that really helps. And if you do a car, I would love for you to email me pictures and tell me about it at captainpaul@cox.net, and I'll share it here on Fat Guy Live in the show and tell section. Lee, I don't even want to hear it. You were live the other night for a really long time when you could have been making your video. So I don't even want to hear it. I'm not the bad influence. If anything, it's vice versa. Because I'm always trying to keep up with your ass. And so that right there is a full-time job. Steve, my background is, I started as a volunteer firefighter in Wooddale, Illinois. I have the patches back here. And then I left and went into the Air Force and was an Air Force firefighter for 6 years. And I got an early discharge so I could take a job here in Las Vegas with the Clark County Fire Department. And I did that for 30 years. So all told, I've been a firefighter for just under 40 years. I'm retired now and loving every bit of it. And now I do a YouTube channel and do hobbies. So that's who I am. And thank you for asking. Let's see, where are we? Yes, I was a staff sergeant when I got out. No, Gordon Haley, Bright Vision isn't called Bright Vision on eBay. They've got some other thing, and because all my computers are busy right now, it's kind of hard for me to look it up. I'll put it in the comments later what their site is, but you can get everything you need from Bright Vision on eBay. Yeah, I'm actually right now I'm working, Gordon, on not 3D printing an engine. I'm working on casting duplicates of an engine. But yeah, I do want to do some 3D printing of different types of engines that I can use in my customs. Time Rider, you're such a dork. I was sick yesterday because of it. That was a long show, bro. Man, I would have had to quit just so I could pee. Man. I gave all my Hot Wheels to my son. Well, you know what? I guess it's time you need to take them back, John, because the heck with that. It'd be like, hey, send them back. Hey, you know what? I gotta in the next live stream. I'm gonna take you guys through my journey into Hot Wheel restoration because it's interesting. Because even though I've only been doing it on YouTube for a year and a half or whatever, um, I actually started restoring Hot Wheels well over 20 years ago. And there's a lot of story there, and I have some of them in the middle section that I can show you. And so in the next live stream, I'm going to talk about that. Um, what did Ken say there, Lee? I gotta missed it. Something about keeping your what? You're keeping your cars in the same place, or the ones you did? I don't know. So I missed that. Okay. Anyhow, uh, oh, thank you, Gordon, for posting the link. Uh, oh, do you keep them together or are they separate? What do I keep together or are they separate? And I don't know what we're talking about because I miss this goes by really fast and it's hard to keep up with it. So yeah, you know what? Play apps. I can do a weathering video soon. I have a couple projects that would lend themselves really well. But if you want to see a simple version of that, go back and look at my Christmas build of the old pickup truck I did from the movie 1941. It was the truck that Hollis Wood had. And if you remember at the beginning of the movie of 1941, Hollis Wood owned a little Christmas tree farm. And so I weathered that car. I didn't put my biggest weathering into it. It gets a little difficult when you're starting on those scales. It's a little easier to weather something like a styrene plastic model, but that would be a good place to look to just see some of the weathering that you can do. So but yeah, I'll do another one where I weather up a car. Also look up the little fire truck vignette that I did. Um, Although most of the weathering on that was already there, I did augment it, so that would be something else that you could watch. Uh, yes, Norman, I'm gonna bust out some of my earlier works, but not the ones from 20 years ago. I got rid of all that stuff, and I'll tell you that story at that time. But then I came back to it, and I started rebuilding, and I quit again during that period. But I still have cars from that, and I'll be showing you those. And telling you the whole story. So that'll be in next month's live stream. So make sure you tuned in for that. Uh, Gordon, I have used SketchUp, and it's a fun product. But what I really use is I use Tinkercad, which is a free online service. And you'd be surprised just using basic shapes what you can build using Tinkercad, because you can either add to your model or you can subtract to your model just using a simple shape. And so, yeah, when I do the Batcave video, maybe I'll go into a little bit of detail on how I modeled the different computers and stuff like that. But yeah, that's Tinkercad. It's a free app online. You can model right online, and I find it really super easy to use. Everything is a story with me, only well, there. I will say I've led an unusual life. I say it to my wife all the time while we're sitting down. I say we have the oddest life, but we love it. And so yeah, hey, what can I say? Um, Jeremy, make sure you. Jeremy posted my 3D, my third ever custom will be a Matchbox GT40. Make sure you share it with me. I'd love to see it and share it with everybody else. Um, yeah, you do, Steve Wilson. You totally need to send me that dinky model fire truck. I love the fire trucks. I try not to inundate you guys with fire trucks. I have all sorts of fire truck plastic models downstairs. I have all sorts of fire truck cars, but I don't want to be the fire truck guy. So I try to give you some variety, but I always love doing the fire trucks. Okay, Eli, expand on that. What kind of silver wing? What do you mean? I was looking at possibly doing a silver ring with a wood inlay, and I also want to bring you some other types of rings, including wooden rings. I wish I had it on me right now, but I don't. Uh, I've made rings out of wood, and so one of my favorites is a wooden ring. I love that thing. But if you want to let me know what more in detail you're looking for, I'm open to all suggestions. You can just email me at captainpaul@cox.net. Let's see here. Oh, Ken, I see you keep the wheels in jars. Where do you keep the axles? Yes, I have a separate jar just for the axles. And I don't separate those. Maybe I should into the longer and shorter ones. But yeah, I just toss those in a jar as a separate entity and don't worry about it too much. Uh, and I'm still getting a giggle out of Lee and his dump and sift method. Yeah, I've been there, done that. You've seen it here live, so well, not live. You've seen it here in my videos, the dump and sift method, and I'm not a fan of it. All right, listen. Hey, it's 10:16. We've been on for an hour, and my wife is down there in the garage by herself. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you everybody for joining me on the live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to get your feedback. So post anything you want, and if you're coming in later and watching the recorded version, leave a comment. I'm gonna come back this evening. I'll watch the entire live stream so I can read all of the comments that have flown through and anything new that is posted down below. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Everybody get to doing your thing. Have a great day. Clean your garage. Do whatever it is. But whatever you do, tackle it with a smile and some enthusiasm. And remember to keep a cone of safety around you. Okay, this is Paul from Fat Guy Productions. Until next time, be good.